Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and today we are going to be taking a look back at one of the wildest days I've ever had in my life. At the May 24th, 2011 tornado outbreak. This is going to be sort of a reaction as I walk you through one of, I guess, really the first tornado encounter of that day. But before I really get into it, I wanted to give you a little bit of a background and a backstory as to how I ended up here. Since I was about 5 or 6, I had a real fascination, almost an obsession with tornadoes, and had a lifelong dream to be able to see a tornado in real life, provided that it was in a safe circumstances and not headed straight for me, which is preferable for many people, I would imagine. And this was right around the time that Twister had come out. And my mother took my 6-year-old self on a little tour of sorts before there really was a tornado chasing tourism industry. But I don't really have that many memories from that trip. The ones I do have are kind of spotty. But in summer of 2010, I decided I wanted to make that dream into a reality. So I did my research, saved up some money, and I booked a trip with Extreme Tornado Tours. And this is not a sponsored video by any means. And I had joked that Mother Nature was saving up a big show just for me. And boy, did that end up being prophetic. Because when you know it, 2011 ended up being the busiest storm season on record, especially with the April 27th event that had a record 200-something tornadoes touch down in a single day across the eastern states. So we got to mid to late May. I hopped over to Norman, Oklahoma, when I linked up with them. And at the time, I'm not sure if it still is true this today, but it was at the time it was owned by veteran storm chaser Reed Timmer, who at the time was still heavily invested with the Discovery Channel's Storm Chasers series. In the first few days were fairly lax. Had a few chases, but nothing that really produced anything. And then on the evening of the 21st, our luck completely changed. We had dropped down to Ada, Oklahoma, which is in south central part of the state. And the scene was almost exactly like it was straight out of Twister. We came around the corner on the road, and there it was on a hill, probably about a mile away, right over the road, crossing over, and seeming to be, I'm guessing, moving north, perpendicular to us, which again is a good thing since it wasn't headed straight for us. And the next day we linked up with Reed and his crew to go chasing for the day, and they had the Discovery crew out with them, along with his colleagues Joel Taylor and Chris Chittick. And that was a really cool day, as they were not only filming that day, but they were also unveiling the Dominator 2 for the first time, which was really kind of cool because we got to see it before the general viewing audience did. And they were eyeing two specific areas that they were looking at chasing. One back down south, nearly where we came from. And then you had this other one up near Tulsa, and they decided the one further south looked better. And when you know it, the storm system that developed up near Tulsa ended up being the one that generated that F5 monster that obliterated Joplin. So I guess in a way I was kind of lucky that we missed that one, because I'm really not sure what I would have done or how that might have affected me to see all the devastation and horror show that particular storm left behind. The next day was kind of a drought. Nothing really happened. And then the 24th, things really exploded in a pretty substantial outbreak. We left out of Norman somewhere around noon. We'd had lunch and went westward, and ended up outside of Canton Lake, where we got our first tornado of the day, which ended up really being one of the first to touch down that day. And without further ado, I'm going to get into it. This is kind of a long one, so I may just skip along a little bit here and there. It's about 14 minutes.
We're gonna get soaked in here. There you go.
Yep, it's coming down.
This is really in the first opening moments
Oh yeah, the singer
of the day. Forgive my shaky camera movement. I'm just kind of getting my
Tornado forming over.
Don't be illegal.
camera and tripod set up.
Beautiful.
And it was just starting to, and it was really just starting to form. And that extra voice was our excellent tour guide, Dave Holder, who I believe now is a is a weatherman for a TV station, although I don't remember the exact one.
Nice funnel.
And it's hard to believe that this was nearly 20 years.
Yeah, I guess so.
This could be a big.
Is that a little satellite right there?
Yeah, maybe.
A
Yeah.
little satellite funnel?
This is going to be a strong tornado, just from looking at it.
Got lots of spec clouds and some pretty good rotation on that one. Even before it
Hurry up!
down.
Shut the door quick. Yeah, try.
A little bit of hail. Just a tiny little bit of hail, although it was in rain, but it was mostly little pea-sized stuff.
I'm getting soaked back.
And a little bit of rain.
It went back up.
Come on, shove it quick.
And for the record, I am still inside of
Stop.
the tour vehicle. Eventually, I do get out.
That thing's still going pretty good.
It's trying to form a wedge. That's why.
Yeah, wide wedge. Are we close to the town?
Yeah, this is the town right
It's getting ready to form a big one.
There it is.
It's coming down. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, look at it forming now.
oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Notice our inflow is really picking up too.
It's forming.
And to say I was a little excited was certainly a little bit of an understatement. This was really the first wedge tornado I'd ever seen. And probably the only one I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So we could be ready to call it in.
Yeah, call 911.
Call 911.
Tornado forming
Yeah.
wherever we are.
And it is fairly common for chasers to call tornadoes in when they touch down or are approaching a town or some major population center so they can get the warnings out and make sure people have a chance to get to shelter, especially if it's a large, violent one like we had the day previously in Joplin, or any other circumstance.
Man, oh no.
It's gonna come over us.
That's not. Is it?
Or
Wow, how
pretty
strong.
Go in front of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, that thing's really starting to
Which way are we facing?
do something here. Come on.
The original footage was quite long, so I believe I condensed everything down. to make this particular video clip.
There it is.
There it is.
Tornado on the ground, folks. Tornado on the ground. Classic funnel.
And of course,
Yeah,
My
we have I'm a storm
auto
spotter out of University of
focus.
Oklahoma. We have a tornado on the ground just northwest of Canton,
and be
Oklahoma here.
a little bit dumb.
It's on the ground, yes, it's on the ground, just touched down. It's getting bigger too, yes. I'd say about maybe a mile northwest of Canton. Dave Holder with out of University of Oklahoma, Extreme Tornado Tours. Okay, thank you. Bye.
That's a good shot here.
Can we get up? Yeah.
That's beautiful right there.
Oh, just classic. Look at that wall rotating around.
And again, I was kind of excited. And after this particular experience, I can certainly understand why people get a kick out of storm chasing. It's a huge adrenaline rush, especially when you see a big one like this one became.
I may need to get out here. Yeah, it looks like it's getting bigger. Yeah,
And this is kind of a moment where you
really getting to be a good size. Could become a nice wedge.
And I kind of added a little bit of background music. Hopefully this doesn't get
Yeah, it's becoming a wedge really quick. Yeah, we're getting a wedge. Big wedge. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beauty. Beautiful.
Don't ask me why I was calling it a beauty. I don't know.
Yeah. Nice, large tornado. Right on the outskirts of Canton. And this time we actually caught it just as it was touching down. Large tornado. Large. Yeah. Big. It's gonna move right through town. Holy cow, that's a big tornado. Big tornado. Huge. Holy crap. How big you reckon that is? Hey Frank, how big you think that thing is?
3/4 mile.
Oh wow. That could be a 3 or a 4. Oh yeah. Loving it.
And again, I hope
Beautiful tornado.
I don't get copyrighted on this one.
Beautiful tornado. Look how fast that thing is turning there. Yeah.
But I guess at the time I thought the background music was kind of fitting.
Wow, that thing's big. Oh yeah. Wow. Strong tornado. Strong tornado. Very strong. Very strong tornado. Holy cow.
And luckily this thing took a left-hand swing and curved right out over the lake, so it missed the town entirely. So they got incredibly lucky that day. Although, as I understand it, a few of the folks in a mobile home park on the lake didn't fare so well. They took a direct hit.
I've never seen anything like this. It's big.
Yeah, it's in that little rope we saw the other day, right? Okay, it's got to get one on the back edge there, too, right?
Yeah, it looks like a satellite of some sort.
And it
Oh man, that thing's huge. Just look at how fast this thing's rotating. Massive.
and again, I apologize for some of the more shaky camera movements.
I can make it out just barely on this.
What's this stone? Canton.
And once it really moved out over the lake, it just kind of became a rain wrapped wedge. So you really couldn't see much of anything on it after that.
Can't see it.
And it stayed on the ground for a good 30, 40 minutes.
Like whenever it wasn't actually like a full-on wedge.
Yeah.
And then that second funnel just started wrapping back around.
There it is.
No, there's tornadoes in there, yeah.
Is that our tornado right over to our left here?
No. Look at about 10:30, 11, Mike. Or actually, that's about.
It's in the clouds.
It's about 10 o'clock.
10:30 actually.
And from this point, it really was just a total, just completely rain wrapped and obscured. You could really barely even make anything out of it. Just a faint outline amongst all the rain and all of that.
I can just barely make it out of it. All that rain.
And really the rain wrapped ones are some of the more dangerous because you really can't see them. Especially when it comes to motorists.
Downward motion on the right side there. Yeah.
Because you could be just driving along and the next thing you know, you're driving into a monster tornado.
Yeah, I can still see it over there.
Which is a really, really bad day.
Why is this thing fuzzy on me again?
Yeah. Yeah, I was using a cheap $200 camcorder at the time. Didn't quite have a handle on the autofocus.
It's got a large wedge up in there.
And I think at this point in the chase, I think it was pretty close to being
We're on a
dying
very
out and
large and very dangerous tornado here.
What's good if you don't mind?
Just to reiterate again, he's reiterating in fact that he's going to 10 minutes or so for the Wayne County, Nature County, and also James County, Prince County, touchdowns.
At that point,
Electronic interceptor.
at this point, I think that
Yeah, but they just turned on that already.
tornado had pretty much
Hey, look who it is!
pretty much petered out.
Yeah.
And that I believe is the Discovery Channel TV crew sitting at that intersection.
Hey! How's it going? Are they in there? Hey, it's still in there. It's in there.
I can. Oh, there it is. There it is. Still a wedge.
Well, not really. Just kind of looking at it now, it's now getting closer to being a stovepipe, and maybe getting close to roping out and being dead and done.
You might be able to hear it.
And there's the Dominator.
Nice. Yes. Back up. Back up, guys. Back up. You're good?
There goes the Dominator.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. You want me to back?
How about this? Got the Dominator and the Tornado in the same shot.
Is it really? Was it intense in there?
Really, really intense.
Yeah, it looked big.
Whole left side was inflated.
Let's go right for Fairview.
Broken out. Gotta get east.
Yep. Is there anyone behind me?
Looks, no, there's nobody behind you.
Drop it out. Gotta get east. Gotta go east. Alright, I'll just sit and watch this, I guess. Yeah, it's roping out. The new mezzo's gonna be further east down here. Yeah. Where's Jim?
He's down there
What the
somewhere.
hell is he doing? Jim? Alright, here, guys, get in. Get in. Go, 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 go. We're gonna get soaked in here.
Well, that was kind of fun to really look back at that. As I said before, I can't believe that it's been almost 10 years since that day. And whenever all this COVID stuff is done, I may actually go back and do another storm chasing tour. If I do that, I will certainly bring you along for the ride and with some vlogs and whatnot. But if you found that interesting, please leave a like. If you want to see more stuff like this and more of what I do, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that way you always know when I upload. And I will see you all next time in the next video. Thanks for watching.